Hi, I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. We wanted to revisit some of our older but great videos, so we're going to take a look at some of my favorites. I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to create this fun little flower vase, and I want to do one as a pin today, but this one I will put on a base because I thought it was just so little and top heavy that I didn't want it to get knocked all over the place. And this is just a Gourd circle piece, and I think that really adds to it, and I just painted that part black. But we're going to start with a little jewelry gourd, and you want to make sure that your neck is big enough that you can put things into it. This guy's getting a little bit small here, so I'm going to do a little bit bigger one because I also want to kind of make sure that I can get a pin on it. And I think I'm going to quick wood that before we start. I went ahead and put a hole in and cut the top off with my saw. When you're working with little areas, be very careful with your fingers and saws like that. Another thing that you can use instead of cutting it as well is you can put it on your belt sander and grind it down to the height that you want it. Just be real careful with any of those with your fingers and use all the safety precautions. But now that we've got that cut, we're going to come in here and we're going to clean this guy out. And doing the cutting and the cleaning, you really should have your mask on. We do have mold and pores that we want to be very careful with, and you need a mask of an N95 rating, so just keep that into consideration when you're working on your gourd as well, even small ones. And I'm just going to clean him out the best I can with using a little skewer, barbecue skewer here. Alright, now I've got him done enough that I'm going to go ahead and leave him. And I kind of want to look at how I'm going to put this guy on. And I'm going to put him on with a little bit of quick wood. And that is a item that we carry. I'm not going to get into too much detail on the quick wood today. I have lots of videos covering that. And it's just treat it like the quick wood or your gourd after you're done. So a little bit of vegetable oil on my hands. I'm going to need it, and we're going to decide which do we think should be the front of our vase or the side of our vase. I think I'm going to make that part the back. And I'm going to put my pin on, and you always want your pin going down. So, and the hardest part of quick wood, I always say, is getting a small enough piece if you want a smaller piece. And I'm just going to push that through the hole so that stays nice. And so from the front you shouldn't be able to see that. Just blend it out on the sides. Now normally we're going to give that about 30 minutes. That'll start to dry up. It's rock hard in an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and just keep on working here. And I'm going to use my alcohol inks today. And I would probably put gloves on. And I'm going to start with pearl. And the reason I'm using pearl is I want to kind of put some white onto it so that I get real bright colors when I'm putting my others on. And I'm just going to kind of wing it here today. I'm not doing it any fancy way. We're just kind of getting it on. So I'm spreading that around a little bit. Remember, with alcohol inks, I always tell you, you can't screw them up. That's what I really like about the alcohol inks. So I'm going to come and I'm going to put some pink. This is Wild Plum, and I've got some little brushes that I'm going to brush this on a little bit more around with. We're just going to try and get it mostly covered here. And you don't have to do it this way. You can do it any way you want to. Whatever painting technique that you think you would like on this, then go ahead and do that. Quick wood is going to dye to the color that we put it on. And I'm going to stand him up to go ahead and finish him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more pearl up on top. Let that come down just a little bit. That's also going to help our purple, which is going to be our next color. And it can come down to the front, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some purple on now. I'm going to bring it down certain ways so it comes all the way down. Just making that lots of fun. So go ahead and do that any way you want to do that. And then I am going to let it dry. And then we'll come back after that's dried all up. Now that we've got him colored the way we want him, we're going to go ahead and put the black in the middle. And I always like to use black, if you've ever noticed. It is a color that means background. So you're setting things into the background. You're not taking away from anything. You could do a different color if you want to, but I like the black. So I'm just using black acrylic paint. And if you're using a real little guy, you may not be able to get all the way in there, so you could do a little bit of paint with some water to kind of fill that up in the bottom. And we're not worried so much about the bottom because we're going to add our flowers in, and I don't think the bottom's really going to show. So I'm also going to pull it across the rim here. Just nice and light, just like that, because that part will show. And so when you're working on this guy at this point in time, take him out and varnish him. And I would put him on my skewer, and then you can varnish him all nice and even and get that all done. And then we're ready to go ahead and put the flowers in him. And so I'm going to do that with my hot glue gun. And I just found some flowers that I thought fit with the vase, and I did not make them. I just thought they were really, really cute. And you want to think about the different heights. You want 3 different heights, so think about how they're going to fit into your little vase. And I'm going to start with that taller one here, and I'm going to put him in the back with the two around there, and that's a little bit too tall because we kind of want them overlapping a little bit, so that should be good. And if it was Christmas time, you could put in Christmas ones with little poinsettias. Wouldn't that really be cute? Or little pine cones or different things like that. So don't think just about what we're doing now. You could do a 4th of July one and make it red, white, and blue. So know that you have different options to do. And don't just get stuck in what I'm telling you. And pull this guy down just a little. In fact, I think I'm going to keep that one as my lower one and make a higher one. I think I shorten him up just a little bit. And they're bending a little bit when I get them inside. Don't put the hot glue gun into the vase. I did that and it melts the spray and the color on it. So that's something that you do not want to do. You could kind of put a little bit on the stems and stuff, just a little bit to secure them. That's okay. Or like we've got these guys moving forward a little bit, so we'll put a little bit of glue right where they're leaning towards, and that will help hold them in place and not move them around. So we've got that. Now our last guy here. Kind of got those guys going to the front. Don't want quite that tall, just a tad less. And if you needed more to fill it up, then do some more. But usually with these flowers also comes their leaves, and that's what we're going to use, is their leaves to kind of fill that up. And when you're doing a flower arrangement, remember nature is always odd, it's never even, so we want to do 3, 5, different things like that that are odd numbered. It just is more pleasing to the eye. As humans, we want to do even. So I'm going to take these leaves now, and I'm going to put some glue onto them and get them in there. Mod Podge is coming out with a lot of new stuff, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and start playing with it. But they also have these new little fingertips so that you don't burn yourself. So look for those in the Mod Podge aisle. We'll be doing more of those videos when I can play with them, because I see a lot of potential with gourds as well as other things. So get this last little leaf in here, and then you're going to have a cute little pin. Kind of bring that out to the side and get all your glue off. That's the hardest part of using a glue gun, to get the glue removed. But see how cute our little vase gourd pin is, and I think that's a lot of fun. And like I said, don't be afraid to take it, add your own twist to it, add your own colors to it for different holidays. I think that would really be fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. Come on over to my website at miriamjoy.com. Click on the YouTube link and you'll find lots more fun YouTubes. Thank you. God bless.